Howdy folks, Gene Gordner here from Kalispell, Montana. But we're not in Montana today, we're in the great Southwest, but a whole lot south and a whole bunch west. I'm further west than I've ever been in my whole life. Today we're sitting on a mountaintop on the South Island of New Zealand, and we've come here for a great adventure. And the purpose is we're going to hunt a free-range wild red stag out here in the mountains. I can build you any kind of rifle you'd like. We build a lot of custom bolt-action guns. Any action you like, any caliber you want, any stock shape you want. Totally custom, no holds barred. I'll build you anything in the world. But today we're going to hunt with something different. What I've got here is historical rifles. This rifle is a copy of a rifle. It's actually brand new. It might look 200 years old, but I only built this about 3 years ago. It's a 10-bore Jaeger rifle, which just means German hunting rifle. 79 caliber, and it's a flintlock. And the range is sort of limited with this type of a rifle. I've got two sight settings. I can flip it down. I got 75 yards and I've got 125 yards. So you can see we're going to have to get fairly close to this free-range red stag to do the job. And we brought along Mark Hamilton from Mountain Edge Video Productions to film this hunt for us. And I'm going to be hunting with Gus Bissett from New Zealand Trophy Hunting. And Gus is the one that came up with this great idea. I'll introduce Gus and let him tell you about his business a little bit.
How you going, Gene?
Great.
It's great to have you with us here.
Thanks.
Our company, New Zealand Trophy Hunting, has been operating for around 30 years, offering hunts all over the South Pacific for big game animals and game birds. But on this particular adventure, to take on the ultimate challenge, we're going to be hunting for a true free-range red stag up here in the mountains in the northern end of the South Island. And he's going to try and take this animal with his 10-bore flintlock. As far as we're aware, no one's ever tried this before on free-range animals of this size. So with a little luck, and I'll do my best on the guiding, and I'm sure Gene will do the best with his shooting, hopefully we can take out a good one. So what do you think, Gene? Should we go and have a look?
I reckon we ought to.
Righto, let's do it.
Gus. Well, what a morning. We saw this stag up here and decided to try to stalk, and got Mark into position. Then we took off. We came up across this hillside. He was hidden in a thicket there pretty well and seemed like he was going to stay put. Something seemed to have his attention, so we tried to put the sneak on him. But we got within 20 yards of where he was hiding, but didn't realize that, I guess, but he sneaked out the top and he got over the hill. But Gus, what did you think of him?
He was a nice stag, but
he sure had me excited.
Yeah, no, he's a nice stag, but we just wasn't quite what we're looking for. So.
That was pretty cool. It was great to see him. Boy, he was tucked away in that thicket. I think he thought he was hidden from the world in there, and he let us get pretty close. But you know, they don't get big by being stupid, and he decided he better leave, I guess. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's been a great morning already.
It has. So
that's pretty cool.
We'll keep going and see if we can find something bigger.
All right, great, good deal. Let's go do it.
You want to go and should we go to him?
If you want.
Yeah. Okay, we've just got a nice billy goat up here, good big billy goat. So Gene's going to try and sneak in and take a shot with the big 10-bore. 134. Just wait till he stops. Oh, the money shot.
I feel bad for him.
Nice shot, Gene. Awesome.
And he looked like he had pretty nice horns too. Gus is doing the hard work. He's going up the hill to get him. Right. First New Zealand trophy. Feral goat running across the hill. And it was about 134 yards and 10 bore right in the back of the head going up the hill. A done deal.
Smoked him.
Now we're on to bigger and better things. In order to reload quickly, I didn't bring a shooting pouch per se. Normally I'd have a bag and a horn, but you know, when you're hunting in the mountains, you don't want a lot of stuff to get caught in the brush or clank around and make noise. So I've just got a small strap around my neck. I've got a second powder charge in here if I need one. I've got a patch of round ball sitting right there in the bottom of it. I can uncork the top, pour the powder charge in, drive the ball in with the short starter. Here's the short starter right here. Let me get my tools up here. Short starter's right here. I just pull it out, ram it in, and let it set till I'm done. Then I can pull it back up here so these things don't clank around together. I've got a vent pick sitting right here if I need to clean the touch hole. Keep it kind of handy. And then I've got my priming charge right here. I can pull this out, prime the pan, and be ready to shoot. So it only takes, I would say, less than half a minute to recharge and be ready to shoot again. And then after that, I'd want to clean the gun again, reload for the next trip through the mountains here, so when we find something else to shoot at, that we can depend on the rifle to go off every time. Now I've got a small pouch on my side, and in here, I've got more round balls. I've got 5 charges in the pouch. I've got 5 pre-measured powder charges ready to go. Pop the cork, throw it in, and I've got patched round balls, or lubed patches, I'm sorry. I got lubed patches in the tin, got a round ball, and a powder charge. So I've got 5 more shots in the pouch when I need it. And I've got, like I said, the tool in here also to do maintenance on the rifle if I need to. So you need to go through a few extra things to make sure that a flintlock will work, but if you take your time and do these things, you can be pretty assured that when you need your rifle, it'll work and you'll be able to take the shot. And hopefully we'll be able to take the shot of a lifetime and get a great stag soon.
Just heard a stag roaring over here, over on this face. It's about 1,500 yards away, but we're just trying to roar them out. So I've got my roaring horn here just to amplify the sound of it, and he just replied back to us. So we're just trying to get a glimpse of him and see if he's worth pursuing. He's got 14 points, but he's an odd shape. He's got big brow tines. He's missing his bay tines on both sides. Mm-hmm. He's got a kicker out the side, a forked kicker out one side, mm-hmm. and then on the top, on one side he's got 4, and on the other side he's really weak and he's only got 3 short tines. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of like a freak. Yeah, so, but hey, he's the biggest one we've seen.
Pretty good.
Yeah, probably scores about 260. 265, somewhere around there, maybe max of 270.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just bare minimum size.
Yeah.
We had a great morning. We're going to have a little lunch, a little snooze, and get fired up to do it again. We'll go out this evening, and we saw an area where there sounded to be 3 or 4 stags roaring. So we're going to go check them out this evening and see what we can find out there. Should be a lot of fun.
stags rogging each other just over here. 12 pointer right over on the far side, and then there's one in under the hill that we can't see, so we're gonna go and have a look and see what's happening there, and hopefully it's a good one.